Welcome to the Caddo Convos, the podcast that explores the vibrant community of businesses thriving in Caddo Office Reimagined. We're here to shine a light on the incredible entrepreneurs and professionals who make the most of our private offices, co-working spaces, and day office rentals in the Dallas-Fort Worth suburbs. Join us as we share their stories, celebrate their successes, and dive into the benefits of working in a space that's close to home but offers so much more than working from home. Let's get started with today's conversation. On today's Caddo Convos, I'm joined by my friend Warren Eley of Eley Hose Reels. What is Eley Hose Reels?
Eley Hose Reels is a family-owned business. We got our start in Nebraska. And what we do is we manufacture high-end garden hose reels, garden hose, and watering tools. Anything used for outdoor watering around the home or business. And basically our niche is we build the most rugged and durable products out there. So when people get frustrated or tired of the constant failure of the light-duty products they find at the big box stores, hopefully they'll go online, do a little search, and find us because our products really are the most durable out there. That's the way we built them. We wanted to build something that we would buy ourselves. And these are the only products on the market that are backed by a 10-year, no leak, no rust, no fail warranty. Yep.
And for an active person that uses their hoses regularly, that means something.
Oh, yeah. And we get users from just your average homeowner that might use it once a week to businesses, nurseries, kennels. Kennels use it every day, and they got dogs attacking the hose and everything else. And again, our hose is made out of polyurethane, so it is tough as nails. It's the same kind of material that they make the wheels on inline roller blades with. So it's really tough. And so what we did with the hose, we got our start making reels. And then everybody kept asking us about a decent hose because, nobody can find a hose that doesn't kink or lasts or something. And so we finally discovered a material called polyurethane. And when the manufacturer that we were using went out of business, we decided to get into the business ourselves because there was nothing else like it on the market. And it really does check all the boxes that people are looking for in a garden hose. It doesn't kink, it's non-marking, it's lightweight. It's tough as nails. You can drag it across sharp, round corners and stuff, and the cover on it is just extremely durable.
Where do they find this?
It's only sold on our website. We don't go through bricks and mortar retail. We don't go through any online retailers. It's only on eleyhosereels.com, and that's ELEY, hose reels with an S in the end, .com.
Excellent.
And we went consumer direct about 8 years ago. We were selling through Amazon and some other bricks and mortar retailers, and we just decided that consumer direct was the only way to go.
Tell me about the history. How does one first start off in reels?
Well, that's just it. If you'd have told me when I was in college that I'd be making and selling hose reels for a living, I'd have told you were crazy. But it really is a family story. It started with our father. I'm in business with my two brothers. I'm the middle brother. My older brother does all the administrative IT. He's the kind of the egghead of the family. And then my younger brother, Craig, does all the design, engineering, and production related stuff. He's a little OCD, so it's a good fit for him. That's
a good fit.
And then I do all the sales and marketing and customer service related functions. And so, but our father, it really goes back to, he had a industrial pressure washer distributorship, if you know what those are. And my younger brother, Craig, and I were salesmen for him. And so we traveled all over Nebraska selling pressure washers to farmers or whoever needed that type of equipment. And the hose on that is like a hydraulic hose. It's wire braided, very hard to handle. And the only hose reels on the market at the time were just horrible. So Craig and my father went into the shop, and Craig and I also were running a mobile wash business in Lincoln, Nebraska at the time. And so we had hands-on experience with hose reels. We knew what their shortcomings were. We decided, we could make a better hose reel, And so they spent 2 years in the shop, came up with a very unique product. In fact, we got 22 patents on it. It was a pivoting hose reel designed specifically for industrial hot pressure washers. We sold it direct to the dealers all over the country, as well as some of the manufacturers. And that's really how we got our start. We got started making industrial grade products, and we did that through the 90s. And then people kept asking us, why don't you make a garden hose reel? And we're like, nobody would want to pay what we would charge because we make industrial grade stuff. And then, of course, my father, he had come up with the idea that there's a lot of air compressors being sold. So we got into the air hose reel business for a while. But finally, around 2000, we did design a garden hose reel. It was made out of steel at the time, and it just took off. And that whole industry grew so fast that by 2015, we had gotten completely out of the other markets because we saw where the growth pattern was. And we had a very unique product that there was really nothing else like it. So we saw the growth and the potential in garden hose reels. And then it kind of expanded to the hose and the watering tools. And so our singular focus today is in that category.
That's terrific. So you've kind of been all over the place. But now you and I are both at a Caddo office reimagined here in North Richland Hills. It's called the North Tarrant location.
Right.
Why'd you choose this location? I think I know the answer, but I want you to share.
Yeah, well, we had obviously with our product, there's a lot of outdoor photography, videography. We were doing a lot of that stuff around my home. I only live about a mile down the road.
Perfect.
And I saw this building getting built, and I've always thought I need a good studio somewhere because when you're trying to shoot video outdoors, you got the wind, you got the bugs, you got the airplanes, the lawnmowers, the loud vehicles and everything else. There's all kinds of things. We really needed a controlled environment where we control the lighting as well. And so we found this studio or this office opened up. And so, yeah, we're using the space in a kind of a non-traditional fashion. We built some fake walls. They look real, lap siding and a brick wall. We actually built it inside the office and put some artificial turf down. And people walk by all the time, compliment how great it looks because it looks like a backyard. And that's where we do all of our shots and videography and photography. And then we also have a couple suites upstairs that we have our team working, which is mostly my family members.
Nice.
And that's where we do all of our marketing and customer support. Caddo has been such a good fit for us. I don't have to try and shoot the video in my garage or outside. And so it really works well. And the environment here is fantastic. They have little functions every now and then. And it's really close. It's very clean, very convenient. We're very happy we made this move.
On your website, what is your most popular product?
Right now, interestingly, the sales for all three categories are about even between the reels, the hose, and the watering tools. The hose is probably the fastest growing category because there really is nothing else like it on the market. Everybody has struggled with kinking hose, light duty hose, fittings that get run over and damaged, thread stripping, and just basically the frustration. And our garden hose eliminates all of them. In fact, when I look at our warranty claims, our hose is the category that has very few, in fact, hardly any warranty claims whatsoever. I've never seen one of our hoses busted from a freeze.
Wow.
It really is that strong. And so we get very few warranty claims on that. And it's available in lengths from the really short 6.5, 12 footers, every 25 feet up to 200 feet.
Oh, wow.
So we sell it in 25-foot increments all the way up to 200 feet. And we have, of course, the reel to hold 200 feet as well. But the hose is the fastest growing. The reels traditionally have been the most popular. But the watering tools, if you see them, they're industrial grade. They're commercial duty. It's not something you're going to find in a big box store. A lot of them are full 3/4 inch flow, which a lot of people are looking for, especially in the, animal husbandry kennels. They need volume rather than pressure. And so many of the stuff on the market is limited to 1/2 inch or 5/8. Right. Even if it says 5/8, if you look at the opening, it's less than 5/8. And so people really aren't getting the kind of flow that they're expecting, and our products change all that.
So you mentioned there are different types of customers. What I'll kind of list through the people who are listening, and this is you need this hose.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you own a garden hose, you need our products.
Nice.
I don't care if you're a homeowner. We have a lot of fire stations that use it, nurseries, like I said, kennels, people that own multi-unit facilities. Anybody that's got a pool, anybody that has a garden hose, they could use our products.
Yeah, if you've got children, you need a better hose than you
absolutely.
have now.
And if your hose length is 75 feet or longer, you really could use a reel because you're either having to coil it on a hook on the wall, and it becomes a little bit problematic when you get over 75 feet. That's
Right.
a lot of hose to manage.
A lot to manage. Yeah. Any hose can be rolled wrong. The reel's going to take care of it for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of people try and coil it, and you've seen people struggling trying to just coil it into a circle. The nice thing about our hose too is it has 0 kink memory. You know how sometimes when you kink a hose, it wants to kink in that same place over and over?
Yep.
Ours doesn't do that. You can kink it, and it has 0 kink memory, and it bounces right back to its original form and stays there.
What would you say is your favorite part about your business? What do you enjoy the most?
Honestly, I'm not as involved in the customer support as I used to be. My wife is, and my daughter is, and we have other customer support agents. But honestly, just talking to the people around the country, you hear their stories, and of course, you can get it. They call up for a simple thing, and you end up in 20-minute conversations. Now, we don't take direct phone calls anymore. We use a callback system, because we are a small company of limited resources. But honestly, just having our products, the reviews that we come in, we have over 50,000 reviews, and we average a 4.9 out of 5 stars. Probably that is my favorite thing, is looking at the reviews and just how satisfied and thrilled people are with our products. It just really gives us a great deal of satisfaction knowing that something that we designed and built and sold is doing what it was intended to do. And most of the time it exceeds their expectations.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the Caddo Convos and just kind of sharing your family business.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, and what you do. And I tell you, get out there and get a hose, folks. You deserve a better hose than you have.
Yeah, this will be the last one you'll ever buy.
Thank you for joining us today on the Caddo Convos podcast. A huge shout out to our incredible network of members for making our community vibrant and supportive. If you're looking to boost your productivity and reduce the isolation of working from home, consider joining us at Caddo Office Reimagine. Our spaces are designed to meet your evolving needs, support remote work, and foster a sense of community that's hard to find at home. Whether you're a startup aiming for growth, a freelancer seeking a professional setting, or a company looking to optimize resources, Caddo offers a perfect blend of flexibility and innovation. By joining us, you'll be a part of a dynamic business ecosystem that helps you thrive. For more information, visit caddooffices.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Caddo Convos.